What's up, guys? And in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. And I'm actually going to be looking at some locations I believe will be coming to the next big Grounded update. Now, it's not guaranteed that these locations will come in the next update. However, I have a high suspicion that some of them will. So, without wasting any more time here, let's get to the first location right now. Now, this first location's a pretty obvious one, but that is going to be the shed. Now, the shed was supposed to be added, like the inside of it was supposed to be added in the 1.0 update. However, for whatever reason it got scrapped, Now, as you can see right here, this board is one piece of evidence that we could go inside the shed, as I believe there used to be a hole behind it, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm not sure if you could see it anymore, but I'll check it here. And they may have gotten rid of it. I think they did patch it out. Yeah, it looks like they did. But, before, if you got your camera angle in a certain angle, you would have been able to see a piece, like a hole there behind where this board was, which is just one piece of evidence that we were, in fact, able to go inside of the shed. Now, this next piece of evidence is going to be something that a lot of people pass over, and I haven't really seen anybody talk about, and that is going to be the sinkhole in the undershed. Now, a lot of you are kind of confused on what I'm talking about, but where all those mosquitoes are in that little puddle in the shed, there's actually a pipe, and if you go near it, you'll get a location marker that states that it is a sinkhole. Now, it's kind of odd that we instantly know that it is a sinkhole, despite the fact that we don't know that there's, a sink inside of the shed. So, that's once again one more piece of evidence that we were supposed to go inside of the shed. Now, if any of you could find, like, anything else that could be related to more evidence that we were supposed to go inside the shed, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. And, yeah, that's pretty much all for this shed location. So, let's go on to the next location. So, this next location that I'm going to be showing you is actually a location that has led to quite a bit of mystery for a while. As you can see, it is over here on the map next to where this wolf spider is, and that is going to be where used to be this boulder in the wall. Now, a lot of people may have speculated that, this could possibly be like an entrance to maybe some sort of underground system. And I believe there used to be like some sort of boulder here, maybe before the 1.0 update, but I just remember there being a boulder here. However, I have seen some YouTubers who managed to no-clip through the wall, and apparently there's like some sort of tunneling system that leads from there to near where you get the 5 milk molars in the milk molar jar. And some speculations could be that it could be to where a yellow jacket nest could be, or where a mole lives. Obviously, actually, probably not a yellow jacket, as well. We already got wasp in the game right now. However, possibly a mole den, to where it's kind of like maze-like. You just have to avoid the mole while being able to collect, like loot such as milk molars, upgrade material, maybe pupa hide, or some other material, to like anything you could try to get. But let's move on to our next location. So this next location is going to be the Fire Ant Queen Arena. Now, obviously, most people were expecting the Ant Queen to be released when the 1.0 update released, including me, but for some odd reason, it didn't, and it ended up becoming scrapped content, which is kind of odd, judging by how it was on the feature board for about a year and a half, and then, it just suddenly didn't get added in one of the biggest updates. But from what I heard about the Ant Queen event, and I believe there is also an article about it on the Grounded Wiki, that how it would have functioned was you went in there, placed the meal that you would have gave to her, and a boulder similar to the one that is blocking the Ant Queen's entrance right now would have fallen and revealed the Ant Queen, and obviously that's where, the fight would have taken place. But I believe also it said that the Ant Queen either only shot, I think, didn't move at all as well during the fight, and mainly relied on her minions and shooting acid and biting if you got too close. So that would have been a pretty cool boss to have, in my opinion. But it's kind of just a shame that it hasn't, that wasn't released during the 1.0 update. Who knows, maybe in the next update, the next big update that gets released, they could add it, they could, polish it off and make it an extremely fun boss to fight, which I will absolutely love that. But, yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next location that I am going to show in today's video. Alright, so this is a location that I know that not many of you know about, and this is the location that was shown in the thumbnail of this video. And I actually would not have known about this location if it weren't for a YouTuber named Epilik, I believe his name is what his name was. But here it is on the map. You could easily find it by the sickly roly-poly that usually patrols around the area here. But I will link his video down below in the description on this location, as I gotta give him credit for even me knowing about this location. But this location could possibly be similar to the Undershed, to where obviously there's a bunch of bugs that are mashed up together, and it's like a deep dark environment. And I would personally kind of like to see that, maybe not exactly as I wouldn't want like pretty much two of the same locations in the game, but it would be pretty cool. Maybe there could be like a cockroach or a rat down there, like a rat or mouse that you could fight. And I believe also there's a wet floor sign on top of the deck, which could be a possibility that we could go on top of the deck, but unless they add something to get on top of there, I doubt we will go on top of the house's deck. But this crack could signify that we could go under the deck, though, to where maybe there could be the scrapped earwigs, silverfish, maybe cockroaches, or rats that we could see in there. Honestly, I would like that a lot. That would be a pretty cool concept. maybe, you know, there could be termites by the entrance or something like black ants by the entrance or anything, just to signify, you know, how that hole got there in the first place. You know, just some environmental storytelling there. But anyways, now this last location I'm going to show you all is pretty much going to, I mean, most of you are going to know what it is. It's by far one of the more well-known locations that many of you are sad it got scrapped. And this last location is going to be the Lizard Den. Now, many of you obviously are quite sad that the Lizard didn't make it into 1.0, as it would have been such a fun boss to fight, in my opinion. And the way you get up here normally would have been, you would have to build all the way over there and then build up over to the sandcastle. But since I'm in creative mode, I could obviously just build a structure right there and build into the sandcastle. But how the lizard fight would have worked exactly, from what I could tell, you know, you would have gone in, summoned it normally, I meant, and then fought it. And during, like, halfway during the fight, it would have summoned 2 ant lions to where you would have to kill both of them in order to progress the fight. Now, this honestly would have made it kind of a unique boss, as, you know, none of the other bosses in Grounded make it to where you have to kill the minions in order to progress the fight. They're more just there to make it harder. But the lizard would have been pretty cool, as well as the armor set that the lizard had. It just looks absolutely sick. The two-handed spear would have been by far one of the most unique weapons they added to the game. And all in the lizard's arena, it looked like there was like a bunch of, I can't tell if it was like toys down there that maybe the kids dropped or something. I couldn't tell, but it still would have been, you know, a decent looking arena in a pretty unique boss fight, similar to the Ant Queen, like I mentioned. But unfortunately, I have a slight feeling it's going to be a different boss instead of the lizard, because I believe after the 1.0 update, you know, launched and the dev world was leaked with all the scrapped content, almost immediately afterwards, the lizard's in-game files were removed, unlike the Ant Queen's to where they stayed. So there is a possibility it could be returning more polished, but in my personal opinion, it could be maybe an infected antlion boss, maybe something else like a scorpion. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I thought it was pretty cool for being something different, and I'll see you all later.